this podcast, we cover sensitive subjects such as abuse, suicide, self-harm, depression, and other difficult topics. We are not medical professionals. We suffer from our own mental health issues. Our opinions should not be taken as medical advice. Dred the Stigma is for educational purposes and awareness for mental health only.
I didn't time that very well. Happy Sunday to everyone. Quick mental health check-in. How the hell you doing? Hopefully you're doing all right. We got Christmas in 11 days.
I'm not ready.
I'm not ready either.
Not at all.
I'm ready for it to be over. It is cold as shit here. I think we're in single digits, about 6 degrees. Wind chill is probably well in. Oh, we're 5 now. I just seen it come up, 5 degrees now. So we're probably well below zero at this point. So it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. Is it cold where you're at? Where are you located?
I'm in Pennsylvania. So
Pennsylvania, that's right. So you're probably getting right about the same kind of weather we are. Then we're neighbors.
Yeah, the pipes got frozen this morning, so that was fun to deal with.
Get a hairdryer.
Oh, it's just we ended up getting pool noodles to insulate the pipes.
Yeah, a lot of times you get a hairdryer, you can blow it right off. Make sure there's no bags under your sink too.
Yeah.
See that? You learn some little, important things for the wintertime. It's not just mental health. We're hitting it from all angles, man. Mental health affects everyone. What the hell is that? Why don't you tell everybody what the hell that is?
It just means that even if you're not diagnosed, it still affects you.
Is that a group or something? You're founder of what?
Oh yeah. It is a Facebook group that I created a couple weeks ago, and it's taken off and it's doing pretty good. It's a safe space for everyone.
That's awesome. That's great. I wanted to eventually talk about some different things that we can do locally in our own neck of the woods, that would definitely, in my opinion, definitely help take and chip away at this stigma. I'm talking boots on the ground. We've seen a lot of grassroots, political activism. We're talking the same thing. We may need some boots on the ground, some people going to city council meetings in your own area, raising awareness about the stats in your area. I was looking at some stats from around my area for suicide. It's unbelievable. When you start looking at the numbers, Ivan, your jaw will drop. You know what the second leading cause of death for 10 to 14-year-olds is suicide here? Second leading cause of death between 10 and 14-year-olds. 5 people every day take their own lives in Ohio.
It's tragic.
It's absolutely insane. 10 to 14-year-olds, one of the highest demographic here in Ohio is anywhere between 23 and 64. I have mentioned that, here there's been, a lot of elderly 55 and up are jumping on the statistics train, unfortunately. When you look at the numbers in your area, absolutely crazy. And I got some demographics, some data sheets to give some stats on your neck of the woods, wherever you're at, the viewers, yourself, Ivan. I wanted this. So I like to start out with that. You know what I can do? Let's see. What's this? We'll get everybody involved in this one. Let's see.
Sounds good.
Let's share a screen, shall we? All right. Share. Boo, boo. Do. There we go. Let's do this. There we go. That's a little bigger. All right. Now this is just Ohio. Look at that number up at the top right-hand corner. 4.8 million people in Ohio live in a community without enough mental health professionals. Now, granted, where we can't ourselves take and hire more people, but we can force our local governments, go to board meetings. Good Lord, somebody likes a lot of ice. Let's see here. God damn. Hold on a minute. Just go outside and get some snow.
I was gonna say it's 10 degrees and you're still getting ice.
Oh, okay. I think. Oh my. Okay. I think we're ready now. Let's go down some of these. You're 1.5 times more likely for an Ohioan to be forced. This is the terminology they use, not me. Forced out of a network for mental health care than for primary care. So if you just need a doctor for, let's say, a physical ailment, you're 1.5 times more likely to be forced out from your mental health care than for primary care. This is not going to work. We need both of these treated the same. Equality for physical health, mental health. Why does everybody got to talk so loud? Here we go. 1 in 829 is the ratio for school psychologists to students in Ohio's K through 12 public schools. This is worse than the recommended ratio of 1 school psychologist per every 500 students. And even that seems, like a tough workload for 1 psychologist to have to take care of 500 students. 86,396 calls were made to Ohio's 988 call centers in 2023. 664,000 adults in Ohio reported needing mental health treatment but not receiving it between 2018 and 2019. Cost is a prevailing factor in not receiving treatment. And we've talked about this on occasion about insurances and certain mental health disorders that are not being covered by insurance, BPD being one. So you have to, if I was to go out of pocket for a therapist, it would be like $250 to $280 for 1 hour a week. is what I would, be paying out. So almost $1,200 a month. That's how much my rent's going to be. It's like I'm paying for two places if that had to come out of pocket. Um, so that right there, no doubt that the cost is keeping people out of therapy. And yeah, I believe that um, there should be more resources. Um, here's, I guess I started on page 2 instead. 2.2 million adults in Ohio have a mental health condition that's five times more than the population of Cleveland. So you take 5 Clevelands, put them together. That's how many people suffer from mental illnesses.
Yeah, it's just as bad here in Pennsylvania. It's like it's the same atmosphere, same situations, and I'm sure the statistics are pretty similar too.
Well, I'm going to find out. Let's go. Here we go. 2.3, almost 2.4 million adults in Pennsylvania have a mental health condition. That's more than 7 times the population of Pittsburgh. 1 in 5 adults experience mental illness each year. More than 1 in 20 U.S. adults experience a serious mental illness each year. Okay, one in 20 adults have serious thoughts of suicide. 481,000 is the number they have for adults who've had serious thoughts of taking their own lives. 2022, 1,900, almost 2,000 people took their own lives. 1 in 6 U.S. adolescents aged 12 to 17 experience a major depressive disorder. This has always been my question. What's happening, Sean? Sean from Smithson Creations.
Hey, Sean, what's going on, man?
Yeah, the major depressive, and we're talking about 12-year-old kids. 12 years old, I was playing with G.I. Joes in my ding dong. Not even gonna lie. 12 years old, I ain't never care in the world. Just if it's silent in my room, don't knock.
Had the Game Boy with the Pokemon.
Oh shit, I'm way before Pokemon and Game Boy. But yeah, 12 years old. 12 to 17. And you're having major depressive episodes. What's going on? That's what I want to know. Why such depression at such a young age? 193,000 adolescents experience major depressive episodes. 1 in 9 adolescents aged 12 to 17 have serious thoughts of suicide. 12 years old. Again, playing with my ding dong and playing with G.I. Joes. That was it. 12 years old. 16% of youth aged 0 to 17. What? In Pennsylvania have experienced 2+ adverse childhood experiences. That would be abuse in whatever capacity, any kind of childhood trauma, and things of that nature. Let's see. Let's look over a couple more. 850,000 people in Pennsylvania live in a community without mental health professionals. How is it where you are at? What is the how to is it hard to get help around there? Do you have places to go for mental health issues? Are they is it just overcrowded? Is there not enough therapists? What's it like there where you're at?
It's all based off of what insurance company you have for your provider, and
Right.
then based on what branch you get to work with, and then but the problem is it's very scarce, and like all the help, like the therapists and the psychiatrists, they all move on to other places. So it's hard to keep anything. Like it's hard to keep a therapist, hard to keep a psychiatrist, hard to keep your medication under control. And
Yeah. That's yeah, all of those things make it to where a lot of us take and just give up. We get tired of fighting through therapists, and not saying that's a good idea because it certainly is not. What we need is to not get frustrated and give up, and to get the help, get more places. You can't have one place to take care of thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Um, that it has to be proportioned, and the ratio is not such. um, let's see what else we 86,000 Pennsylvania may call us at 988 in 2023. Again, cost being a prevailing factor when 681,000 adults in Pennsylvania reported needing mental health treatment but not receiving it. Over a half a million people. Um, One in 1,022 is the ratio for school psychologists to students. One school psychologist for every 1,000 students. What?
yeah,
Uh,
um,
I
um,
can't understand, why 12-year-olds are having, such issues. They don't have uh, what they need. Um, they didn't have it when I was in school. Uh, I had some pretty bad uh, instances. Um, I went to school one time before homeroom. I was depressed. I brought a razor blade, cut myself right in my locker. No fucks given. Guidance counselor comes up. He says, "What are you doing?" And I was like, no, I don't know. I guess not anything good right now. You know, they take you down, they call your parents, you get picked up, and you go from there. Um, we didn't have uh, really a school psychologist or anything. It was your guidance counselor, basically. Luckily, I really liked my guidance counselor, so he was pretty good. Mr. Dean, he had a stain on his chair. We used to say it was tuna fish because he ate tuna fish all the time. So it was like tuna fish farts that were staining his chair. It was 50, I was 16 or 17, something like that. Man. I haven't changed much. Um, I forgot where I was going with that. Um, yes, we can. There's a lot that we can do um, in the ways of just in our everyday life. Um, Connecting with people online. Social media is a big platform to promote ideas and educate. That does make it easier. Too bad that's not the only thing that we could do because it's cold outside. Nobody wants to go outside. So, yeah, social media is going to take a fucking hit, because it is a little cold. So, what's that?
It's peak season right now for social media. Like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, nobody wants to go out in this weather. That's for sure. If you're anything like Ohio and Pennsylvania, you damn sure don't want to go out anywhere. But when the weather gets nice, here's I got a little article from NAMI, which everybody is the National Alliance of Mental Illness. A lot of, you could probably look up your local NAMI. And you can get involved with some advocacy, some activism with them. I've emailed them, not to discourage anybody, but I have not heard back from them. It's a couple months ago, so.
yeah,
But
I tried reaching out to them too, and they didn't reach back yet either.
Yeah, I'm not under. I guess they're too big for us little people who want to do the same thing they're doing. But anyway, this is an article about how we can take and fight this stigma. 9 of the big ways that we can fight this stigma. Let's see. Most people who live with mental illness have at some point been blamed for their condition. They've been called names. Their symptoms have been referred to as a phase or something they can control if they only try. Because, hey, Ivan, you're just not trying hard enough, buddy.
Not trying hard enough. Oh.
I mean, if you just try a little harder, just don't be sad. That's all you got to do. Duh. Just don't be fucking sad.
Just stay positive.
Just stay positive, man. Yeah. They've been illegally discriminated against with no justice. This is the unwielding power that stigma holds. Stigma causes people to feel ashamed for something that is out of their control. Worst of all, stigma prevents people from seeking the help that they need. A lot of shame involved in that. For a group of people who already carry such a heavy burden, stigma is an unacceptable addition to their pain. That's what people don't understand. A lot of us are a little fragile, to say the least. I know certain things can set me off quick as shit. So you have to be careful. And with this stigma going around and as bad as it's gotten, you're making things really, really hard. And like I said, shame creeps in and people don't want to get the help that they so desperately need. And while stigma has reduced in recent years, the pace of progress has not been quick enough. All of us in the mental health community need to raise our voices against the stigma every day in every possible way. We need to stand up to this stigma. If you're not sure how, here are 9 ways that the NAMI Facebook community responded to the question, how do you fight this stigma?
Let's see how many I got.
Let's see how many we got. Well, I know I've got the first one down pat because that's the whole reason that I started this podcast. And that would be talk openly about mental health. Angela Christie Roach Taylor. Good night. She got 4 fucking names. I fight stigma by talking about what it's like to have bipolar disorder and PTSD on Facebook. Even if it just helps one person, it's worth it for me. This is what I've always said needs to be done, open discussion. Just like we have here. Just like I'll have throughout the week. we got to normalize this. We normalize, going to the hospital and getting help with physical ailments, but yet we can't somehow seem to normalize what goes on neurologically in some of our heads. And I think we can all see the repercussions of that. With the suicide numbers, when you start looking at the numbers, you start realizing how bad of an epidemic this is. Like I mentioned, the second leading cause of death for children 10 to 14 is suicide. 10 to 14. Second leading cause of death. That just blew me away when I was reading that earlier. Okay, second one, educate yourself and others. You got that one, don't you?
Oh yeah.
You got that one. Sarah Bean says, I don't know who these people are, but these are just quotes. I take every opportunity to educate people and share my personal stories and struggles with mental illness. That's why I'm so open about it. I want people to realize you don't have to be ashamed for the things that you have done in the past. A lot of us have done things that we wish we didn't do. I wish I didn't cut myself all those times, but I did, and I'm here. So I talk about it. Was there a lot of shame when I did it? Absolutely. I'd wear sweatshirts to cover my arms in 90-degree weather. I'd sweat just because I didn't want anybody to see. I'd lie about it. Oh, I'll put my hand through a glass. I'd lie about it. There was shame there. Not anymore. Sarah goes on, it doesn't matter where I am. If I overhear a conversation or a rude remark being made about mental illness or anything regarding a similar subject, I always try to use that is a learning opportunity and gently intervene and kindly express how this makes me feel and how we need to stop this because it only adds to the stigma. When I hear mental health being brought up in conversation at the store or whatnot, my ears always perk up because I'm interested in how, I guess, the general population feels about it. If the weather was nicer, my wife works at a pretty busy grocery store. Don't think I won't be out there just standing there with a sign. You're struggling, with mental illness, give me a hug. Come get a hug. See how many people you can touch. There could be, you may run across somebody who really needed to know that they weren't alone in their very own community. Face to face, it's more personal, going on, be conscious of language. A lot of people say, well, and I do it because I'm basically talking about myself, but probably not a good idea, psychos and using all that terminology, that we should probably get out of the habit of doing so. I fight stigma by reminding people that their language matters. It's easy to refrain from using mental health conditions as adjectives. And in my experience, most people are willing to replace their usage of it with something else if I explain why their language is problematic. Oh, yeah, that's, it's just like, oh, he did that. Oh, yeah, that was my bipolar. Or that was my borderline. Describing problems as the issue. Some people may see that as being manipulative.
Uh,
as using your illness as an excuse. Were you gonna say something, buddy?
Instead of like I must have been manic. That's my excuse.
Yeah, right. I think we should. I've seen a meme that says I'm gonna start calling my manic episodes zoomies.
The zoomies, yeah.
Dogs get the zoomies. People get the zoomies. It's called being manic. Um,
It's
encourage.
just my daily life, man.
Oh God, right. Encourage equality between physical and mental illness. I just spoke briefly about that. Um, Megan Dotson says, I find that when people understand the true facts of what mental illness is, being a disease or disorder, disease sounds very bad, I guess. There's a difference. Disorder can be, very easily treated. They think twice about making comments when they find out, hey, this is a disease, like any physical ailment. Don't treat me different, you know. Um, since so many of where am I at? Oh, I also remind them that they wouldn't make fun of somebody with diabetes, heart disease, or cancer.
Right.
So why us? And as I've said numerous times, um, you know, you have the physical illness, chronic pain affects your mental health. Your mental health, when that is not going so well, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, you feel it physically. Nobody can tell me any different. When people get stressed, their muscles tense up, their nervous system is going haywire. Um, so, yeah, they go hand in hand. They should be treated as such. Show compassion for those with mental illness. Rachel Wagner says, I offer free hugs to people living outdoors and sit right there and talk with them about their lives. Now, I get it. A lot of people are not that open. Um, but it would mean the world to somebody, of course, being in such a down time in their life. She goes on to say, I do this in public and model compassion for others. Teach people maybe will learn by example, and you be that example. Since so many of our homeless population are also struggling with mental illness, a simple act of showing affection can make their day, but also remind passersby of something so easily forgotten: the humanity of those who are suffering. Those who are suffering, you wouldn't want to be in their shoes. They would want to be in yours. Um, maybe take and show a little bit of compassion. It can go a long way. It can go a long way into, you could be saving someone's life. I can't imagine being outdoors in 7-degree weather. Yes, Sean, the zoomies. That's what we're calling manic episodes now, the zoomies. um, it just sounds more fun, right? I was manic. Oh, that doesn't sound good. I got the zoomies yesterday.
Zoomies, man.
You know,
Yeah.
it sounds fun. I wish I could get the zoomies right now. What do you think people would do if I just got up and started running around in circles in this lobby? They would use one of them words we should probably refrain from when speaking about the mentally ill, but I'm sure a few of them would come out.
They would say he's off his medication.
Yeah. Did you take it today? Choose empowerment over shame. Val Fletcher says, I fight stigma by choosing to live an empowered life. To me, that means owning my life and my story and refusing to allow others to dictate how I view myself or how I feel about myself. Looking out of oneself looking for validation. I need people to like what I'm doing, or I'm not going to do it. We need acceptance from other people, when we should actually be finding that in ourselves. But some of us are a little damaged, and it's hard for us, um especially with a lot of trauma. It's hard for us to take and find the strength and wherewithal to
People,
take and do that. Go ahead.
people need reassurance.
No,
Like,
absolutely. Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah. You really do. I think when that becomes your sole resource, and we should be reassuring ourselves. I said that in a little live that I did. One of the last lives that I did. Tell yourself every day you're a badass motherfucker. You're badass because you made it another day with all the shit going on in your head. You're still here. Even if that's the only thing you did today was just survive, that's okay. We need a lot of we need a lot of rest. Just like those suffering from a physical ailment. You have a bad back, you have bad knees, whatever. You want to rest. You have a bad back, you need to rest. You need to let that part of your body heal. We got to do the same thing. And even though we're not doing anything stressful, what goes on in our head, and the fact that with a lot of us maybe having to deal with childhood trauma, our nervous system is in knots, dude. Where you're always, perpetually always in that fight or flight, um, and it gets very tiring. And if you're one of those, unfortunately, who's suffering in silence and don't have anybody to talk to, that's exhausting. I don't think people understand mental exhaustion and physical exhaustion. They only understand exhaustion is going out and working, being physical, being tired. Imagine that in your brain. Your brain is tired of going through all this overthinking, and people don't realize what that does to the body. It wears you out. That's why a lot of us take naps, maybe in part due to medication, but we take naps and we have to, no matter how young. Yeah, right. The old naps are old people stuff. Yeah, they are. I love
yeah,
fucking naps. I love naps. I took one earlier. It's why I'm not as prepared as I wanted to be. Got up at like 10 after 7. Like, oh shit. I love naps. But we need a lot of sleep. Don't call us fucking lazy. Don't call us lazy. If you had to fight what some of us have to fight in our own heads, okay, you'd understand why we were so tired.
yeah,
You'd understand. Go ahead.
it drains your whole body.
It
Like,
really does. People do not understand that. I'm convinced people don't understand how much that does. That's why they'll call us lazy. Um, my it's just it's hard to explain. There's science behind this. Okay, this isn't something that we're just saying. There is science behind it. Childhood trauma wrecks your nervous system, and throughout the years, until you can get that under control, you're going to be exhausted. Your nervous system is on high alert. Imagine if you had to live in what was a perceived or real state of danger all the time. That's how my nervous system is. I'm looking around, I'm making sure I'm always safe. I don't want to get caught off guard. I got caught off guard once when I was 11. Don't want that to happen again. Although it would not happen again. What happened to me at 11? Ain't nobody touching my ding dong. Um, See, I can make jokes about it. It happened. What am I gonna do? Um, be honest. Be honest about treatment. I fight stigma by saying that I see a therapist and a psychiatrist. Why can people say that they have an appointment with a primary care doctor without fear of being judged? But this lack of fear does not apply when it comes to a mental health professional. Have you ever been looked at odd if you happen to tell somebody, "Yeah, I gotta go. I can't make lunch. I have an appointment with my therapist." Have you ever had to, have you ever thrown that out there? What kind of looks did you get?
It's just anytime I talk,
Or any looks? I mean,
I,
some people
I
don't
I just get
understand.
looks just talk about mental health, like just
It's a
anything.
shame, ain't it?
But what the shame is we're going through recovery, trying to be our better versions of ourselves,
Hmm.
and we should be getting compliments. We shouldn't be getting like spit on, basically, you know, like, and it's just not right. Um, I think uh, well, like I've tried talking to family members and friends, and they just excommunicated me, and they it made me feel like talking to them was a burden, and
No, yeah, yeah.
all I was trying to do was just express myself and my concerns, you know.
Yeah, and that's why I say, education is so important with us who are suffering as well as those who live with us who are not suffering. Educate yourself so you understand what you're dealing with. Okay, we have to be educated by a doctor to learn how to take care of our bodies with certain things when we're not feeling good or something's going on. We have no problem educating ourselves on that so we heal properly. We're doing the exact same thing, people. The exact same thing. It's just the stigma has everybody looking at us like we got three fucking heads. And I've dropped a lot of F bombs because it irritates me, as it irritates a lot of us. Let the media know when they're being stigmatized. If I watch a TV program on TV that has any negative comments, storylines, or characters with mental illness, I write the broadcasting company and to the program itself. If Facebook has any stories where people make ignorant comments about mental health, then I write back and I fill them in on my son's journey with schizoaffective disorder. And that's the way to do it. We have to treat, you see, and this is a shame because people could say whatever they want about us. The minute we get a little upset about it, see, he's going to go crazy. See. No, we get upset too when you fucking put us down. And when you make it out to be something we're not. You know what I'm saying? So, but we have to combat that with a gentler, calmer reaction. That's hard for me. Emotional dysregulation, man. I have a
Yeah,
hard time controlling that shit. When I hear somebody speak badly about it, you're gonna see how psycho I can be. Because I don't take that shit. You do not speak bad about mental health. I wouldn't make fun of somebody's family member if they had cancer. You'd get pissed off if I did that.
yep.
You know what I'm saying? You'd want to fight me if I made fun of your family member who didn't have any hair because of cancer treatment. What if I called that person a cue ball? You get pissed off, and that's disrespectful, and they should have my ass kicked for that. Same thing. Let's see. Sean says, people dismiss you for asking for help or talking about needing help. They are definitely a problem and need to be removed from your life. Yes, it can be tough, but it will definitely help. Absolutely right. You got to get rid of that toxicity. It's going to be hard because we may find out that some of our close friends are like that. We could be great, but the minute you bring up mental health, then it's a fucking problem. then their toxicity comes out. So let's see. I think we may have one. All right, here we go. We got one more left. Don't harbor self stigma. What is self stigma? Jamie Brown quoted. Again, I don't know who these people are. I fight stigma by not having stigma for myself, not hiding from this world in shame, but being a productive member of society. I volunteer at church, have friends, and I'm a peer mentor and a mom. I take my treatment seriously. I'm purpose driven and want to show others they can live a meaningful life even while battling mental illness. And what a great way to end that article. That's one way we can show them. You know how many times I've gotten that weird look when I tell them, yeah, I have borderline personality disorder. I've tried to take my own life. What? You? Yeah, me. Would have never thought that. Yeah, it's because you can't tell. Because it's an invisible disease. Or a disorder. I have a disorder that can be treated without medication if needed. Although that is not the case with me. We have to calm down some of these symptoms before, everything else gets going. But yeah, people can't believe, because a lot of times I'm open, I'm the class clown, basically. At 53, I'm still a class clown. So I'm always making jokes, blah, blah, blah. People are like, oh, you have a disorder, you were suicidal. Yes, me. What's the big deal? Anybody can go through this. They don't understand how tiring it is to throw a smile on your face, to get through the day, because you don't want to burden anybody, like you said earlier.
Yeah.
So you bite the bullet. You don't want, especially this time of year. That's why it's so important to reach out this time of year, because for me, it can make it tougher to reach out. Everybody's having a good time. It's Christmas. Yeah, you don't want to come be like, hey, man, I'm really depressed and I just don't know what to do. Nobody wants to sit down and have a therapy session in the middle of Christmas dinner. But hopefully you do have a support system that they'd be like, all right, fuck it, man. We can put the holidays on hold. This is more important. Hopefully you have a support system like that. Sean says, doing that may be the help you needed and what was causing some of the issues. I know everyone has something different to work with, but that is the hard part in trying to figure out what. And he says what the cause is, them figuring out how to fix it. Absolutely. And that was the problem with me. I was misdiagnosed with bipolar because, as we've said before, a lot of these mental illnesses overlap. A lot of the symptoms are the same. There are really some, differences there, but for the most part, there's a lot of overlapping. Being misdiagnosed, because you treat bipolar, you can treat that a little bit different than you do borderline. Borderline, there's specific treatments like DBT, CBT, which can also be used for PTSD and those with bipolar as well. But there's usually a different approach to different disorders or illnesses. So once you figure out what the hell's going on, well, yes, then you can get a more accurate treatment plan. So hopefully, this has helped a little bit in, getting out there, boots on the ground, maybe not here in Ohio. But you can contact local media. Some people don't want to be in front of a camera. I get it. I get a handful of movies under my belt. I don't mind being in front of a camera. I'll go and I'll talk to a news a news station about this. Um, because it needs to be said. Nobody gets back with me ever on this. Don't think I won't get a group of people and go picket outside of the news broadcasting station. Oh, if we got to, we got to. That's what I'm talking about. We need change, and we need our media to start giving airtime to what's going on. This is an epidemic of suicide across this country. What are we going to do? Are we going to do something when it hits, when it comes knocking on our front door? Is that when we're going to give a shit? When it affects one of our family members? No, we should give a shit right now before it affects our family members. Because a lot of people are like that. Oh, mental health, NIMBY, not in my backyard. Don't bring it over here. It's not my problem. We're fine. 9 times out of 10, no, you're not. 1 in 4, 1 in 5 people have a mental illness or know somebody. You're probably not fine. You're just undiagnosed. And, maybe you being a piece of shit is part of your diagnosis. I don't know. But there's a lot of people out there like that. Um, Thank you, Ivan, for joining me in this little discussion. I think quite possibly next Sunday we're going to have Miss Deborah Ortiz on again. She's going to try to get the other co-creators of the facility, a TV series surrounding mental health, really diving into some serious subjects, the mental health system. And giving everybody an accurate portrayal of some of the illnesses and disorders that are misrepresent represented. Okay,
There you
words
go.
are hard.
You got it though.
uh, in media, a lot of people are not portraying people like ourselves in a very good light. And that's not going to happen with this. The pilot is already written, needs some funding. Search the facility on Facebook. Come over, join us, and take and follow us for more updates on that. Of course, mental health affects everyone. Facebook page, mental health awareness and encouragement. Also, Facebook page. Follow, subscribe to the YouTube page, Dred the Stigma podcast on YouTube. Trying to get some more content out, a little more consistent. The past few months have been pretty hectic. I've had, some movie roles and things I got to get ready for, but I'm hoping to get right back into this once again, and it's going to be a good time. We're gonna stomp some stigma dick. Was that too rough? Was that too harsh? We're going to dick stomp the stigma.
We're gonna
Um,
break the stigma, man. We're gonna break its ass. Let's go.
He's going to break its ass. Uh, well, guys, I appreciate you. Please feel free to share this around. Come follow us on the groups I just mentioned.
Oh, Otis, thank you for letting me be here.
Hey, man, no problem, brother. Anytime. It's always good to have somebody else to chat with on these, to bounce stuff off of. Makes it a little bit interesting, and nobody has to listen to my voice the whole time. So,
I try, man. I'm still learning.
hey,
I'm
you're
still,
good. You're good, man. You're good.
Yeah.
As long as you can talk, you're fine.
I'll try.
Yeah.
Sometimes the medication hits, and then you don't.
Words are tough. Words can be tough. So thank you guys.
But everyone on thank you guys for the live.
Yes, absolutely. One more day, people. That's all you got making. It's just one more. Don't worry about the rest of the week.
One
We'll
day at
be
a time.
talking soon. Stay resilient, my friends. Stay resilient.